Hey guys, Ken from Grimmspeed, and it's time for our WRX to get an oil change.
Holy shit, who the hell was that? That was 8 years ago. Grimmspeed had just reached 5,000 subscribers. One of my first videos, the first time I'd filmed an oil change. If you would have told me then that I'd eventually end up having my own YouTube channel with over 5,000 subscribers, I would have said, you're crazy, you're nuts. But here we freaking are. The love and support that you guys have shown me these past couple years. Hell, some of you have been here even before I made this channel, and it really does mean a lot to me. I try and pour my heart and soul into these videos to make them as entertaining, informative, and high quality as possible. I made this channel about 2 years ago, mainly because I was getting burnt out at work, honestly, doing the same stuff over and over again. And I wanted to change things up and do something for myself for a change. All I intended to do at the time was to document the build on my FRS and push myself to be more creative. I didn't think that it would really amount to anything, but for some odd reason, 5,000 of you out there decided that you enjoy the content that I make and want to be notified every time I put out a new video. And that is crazy to me. It blows my mind. This was a milestone I never thought I'd reach. I'm just a regular car enthusiast just like you guys, but with a camera. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So I am super thankful for each and every one of you that watches my videos, likes, comments, subscribes. Even if you aren't subscribed, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Now, I know this isn't much, but I wanted to give back somehow. So we're gonna be giving away this brand new Grimmspeed cold air intake for the 13 to 21 FRS, BRZ, and 86. Obviously, not everyone watching is gonna have this car. I'm sorry if you don't, but you could just turn around and sell the thing. It's just a small token of my appreciation. I'm not trying to do this to get as many views as possible. That's why I didn't mention the giveaway in the title or the thumbnail. This is just for those of you who watch my videos. I'll go through the details of the giveaway at the end of the video. You can skip to the end if you'd like, but before you do that, I do have another surprise that you may want to see. If you guys couldn't already tell, I finally picked up a 2022 GR86. This is new to me. It's not brand new because I couldn't find a new one that wasn't ridiculously marked up. I've had deposits at multiple dealerships since last November with no luck. And then this thing popped up a couple weeks ago, jumped at the opportunity, flew out to Ohio to pick it up, and then drove it back, and here we are. Now, ever since I saw this car at SEMA last year in the Toyota booth, and I was able to sit in it and see it modified at the HKS and the Cusco booth, I knew I had to have one. And then we picked up the Neptune Blue one at the beginning of the year, and I was able to drive it, and that pretty much sealed the deal. I just needed to figure out what color I wanted. At first, I wanted a white one because white cars are super easy to keep clean. You can go with pretty much any color accents and wheels, and it just works. But in the back of my mind, I also really wanted a red one because it matched the FRS. Red sports cars just look really good. And I remember seeing the red one parked at the Toyota booth, and it just popped. It was really vibrant, a lot different than the red on the FRS. And it kind of reminded me of the Honda Milano red that I'm a huge fan of. So I'm actually really glad that I was able to pick up a track red one. Now, this is just a base model, so nothing fancy. We've got the cloth seats, the kind of weird looking wheels, but I'm okay with it because we're pretty much gonna be swapping everything out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The one thing that I'm kind of missing is the duckbill on the back, but we'll figure something out for that later on down the road. The previous owner did end up installing some parts on here. We've got some taillight tint over the turn signal and the side marker. I may end up leaving those on there, not sure yet. Still has the temp tag from Pennsylvania. That's where he originally picked this car up. We also have got some BRZ mud flaps on here. Not a big fan of these, so I'm gonna end up taking these off. Luckily, he didn't actually drill into the bumper to install these, so it's just held in with some 3M and then a bracket that will be pretty easy to take off. And then in the front, we've got some carbon fiber fender accents here. This is probably gonna get taken off as well because I just don't think it needs anything in this area, but who knows, maybe later on down the road I'll change my mind, but I'm probably gonna end up taking these off. On the doors here, this is actually a factory option, but this car came with the door edge protectors, which I also don't really like, so I'm gonna pop those off and try my hardest not to scratch up the edges of the doors here. But other than that, everything else on the car is stock, and we pretty much have a blank slate to play with. I am really excited to start modifying this thing, get some suspension on here, get some wheels, and it is gonna look absolutely awesome. Let's go ahead and remove these door edge protectors. There's no adhesive or anything holding them in place. They're kind of just pinched on, so you do need to be careful when you're removing them not to scratch things up. What you're gonna wanna do is take a plastic trim removal tool, put it on the back edge, and then give it a couple taps with a rubber mallet. Like that. That's gonna break it loose, and then we're just going to slowly pull it away from the door. There we go, easy as that. Might as well take these fender accents and the mud flaps off as well. I'm gonna take a heat gun to the accent pieces. I'm assuming these are held in with just some double-sided tape, so we'll just be careful there. I'm gonna take some fishing line and get it underneath there and start kind of sawing away at that double-sided tape just to get us started. And then once we get to a good spot, we can kind of just start peeling it off of the car. I'm not sure how much 3M is on the back of these. All right, wasn't too bad. A few pieces of tape left. Heat gun definitely helps. Perfect, that looks better already. We got the mud flaps next. Like I said, it's held in with some double-sided tape, but there is a bracket back here, which I don't know how that's installed on there, so we're just gonna have to figure that out. Oh, nothing like some sandy pop clips. That was easy enough. Perfect. No more BRZ logo on our GR86. We've got the door edge protectors, the fender vent accents, and those mud flaps off of the car. I think it looks a whole lot better. Let me know what you guys think. I think I made the right choice. But let's take this thing out for a drive, and I'll tell you guys how you can win the Grimmspeed intake. All you have to do to enter to win the intake is make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and then comment below letting me know what you want to see done to the new car. I'll use a random comment picker and announce the winner in a video on June 14th. So while I'm talking, scroll down, hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, and comment. Now, the goal for this car is to turn it into the perfect weekend warrior. So I want to make it as aesthetically pleasing as possible while also improving the performance so that we can take it to the occasional autocross or track day. I'm going to try and throw some JDM goodness on here as well. I've already got some parts in the lineup. Now keep in mind, I'm not getting rid of the FRS. That is still gonna be my dedicated track car, and there's still gonna be content over on that side. But I have to say, and it hurts me to say this, the GR86 is overall a better car. Of course, as they sit with all the modifications that I've made to the FRS, it's much more capable out on the track. But this already makes more power, and once tuning solutions come out, and we go E85, full exhaust, wheels and tires, brakes, aero, suspension, this thing is gonna be a force to be reckoned with. There's just so much potential. I'm excited to see new GR86 and BRZ builds out on the track. I know a couple Grid Life guys already have their hands on these, so I'm curious to see how well they're gonna do. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you again for the 5,000 subs. Let me know what you guys think of the new car. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.